Hi, this is John. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm demonstrating how to do selective sharpening using the high pass filter in Adobe Photoshop Elements. And I have this portrait opened. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that we can look at the face and the eyes, which is the only part I intend to sharpen, although we'll have to start by sharpening the entire image. So let's just zoom in a little bit and reposition the image. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to use Command J to create a duplicate layer of the background. And that means we can work non-destructively. And then I'm going to go to the filter menu, and under Other, there's a little filter hidden away down here called High Pass. And you can see from the preview that we get kind of a grayscale image showing the edges which are going to be sharpened. This one is focused on the hair, and I mean normally I try and keep this down to about under 10 is recommended really. If you go too far, you'll make the image really grungy, and as you can see, it can become very distorted. So I say if you keep the radius setting below 10, then that usually gives as reasonable light. So I'm going to use 6.6 on this occasion and click OK. And then I need to change the blend mode from normal to overlay to apply it on top of the background image. And as you can see, we've got some sharpening. We've got sharpening in the skin and the hair. And the beauty of this is that we can stack the layers. So I'm going to press Ctrl J again to duplicate. And as you can see, that gives us some more sharpening contrast. And I'll do it for a third time because it doesn't hurt to exaggerate it on this particular demo. And I'll show you how we can make it selective just for the eyes and the eyelashes. So I'm going to use the Shift key to select these adjustment layers and just right-clicking and choose to make a group. And I'm just going to call this sharpening so I know exactly what's inside the group. And click OK. And there we have our group. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer mask. And if I just click on the layer mask button here, it will add a white mask. And what I want in this particular case is a black mask, which will just hide everything that I've already done. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key, that's the option on Mac, and click on the layer mask button. And as you can see, that's taken away all the sharpening that I've done. With regard to layer masks, a good way of thinking of this is that white reveals and black conceals, or black blocks. So what I'm going to do now is paint with a white brush to just reveal the sharpening applied to the eyes and the eyelashes. So I'm going to select the brush tool from the palette here. If your color chip is set to a different color to white, you can press D on the keyboard and that sets it to the default. You can always switch it if necessary. But pressing D puts white on top and black on the bottom. So let's start using the brush tool. I'm going to use the bracket keys. The right bracket keys increases the brush size and the left bracket keys decreases the brush size. So something like that. And if I start just to paint across the eyes, you can see the improvement comes through straight away based on those high pass filters that we've added. If you think it's gone too far, you can always adjust the opacity on the group by just using this top right slider, and that just kind of backs it off a little bit. The beauty of grouping everything is that we can use the eyeball on the group layer. By clicking it on and off, we can see the before and after. So that's the before and that's the after. But that's a big improvement. So we've taken all the sharpening away from the skin, the body, and the face and the hair, and just applied it to the eyes. The high pass filter works by separating low frequencies and high frequencies, letting the high frequencies pass, and hence the name for this particular filter. So having done that, I can now save this image, and I'll first of all save it as a PSD file, and that preserves all the layers. And then I'm going to save it as a JPEG copy, and I'll just go File, Save for Web. And I've already got one, so I'm not going to save another. There we are, we can save one as a JPEG also. I'm just going to click Done now, and I'm going to close this down. We can use this high pass technique on any image, and I have another one here, this landscape image, and I'm just going to use it to sharpen the bricks in the chapel building and a little bit in the foreground. I don't want to sharpen the sky and the mountains in the distance. So let's start by duplicating the image by pressing Ctrl J, and again going to the filter menu, other, and choosing high pass. And there's the filter. Again, I'll leave this at about 6.6 or perhaps a little bit higher. Let's try 7.6 on this occasion, and I'll just use 2 layers instead of 3. So I'll click OK. So let's just change the blend mode to overlay as before. Sorry, I've got the wrong one there. We want overlay. That's right. Now I'm going to just duplicate this once by pressing Ctrl J. And as before, use Shift to select the layers and group them. Click OK. And again, let's add a black mask by holding down the Alt key and clicking on the layer mask button, and that just blocks all the sharpening that we've done. And again, I'm going to use the brush tool and make the brush bigger with the bracket keys, and I'm going to just brush over this chapel and bring out the sharpening. You can see it coming through on the bricks of the building. We'll go a little bit over the side there and over the roof, and that just kind of brings out the detail. And I think just with the 2 sharpening layers, that's a little bit more subtle than using 3. But the beauty of this technique is that you can always delete a layer completely if you don't want to use more than 2. Or as before, you can use the opacity slider. I'm going to reduce the opacity of the brush now to about 50. 51 will do, and I'll brush over the foreground, and that will keep it more subtle. It won't bring through any kind of harsh sharpening. If you look at the layer mask in the top right, you can see what I've done on the foreground. We're actually painting 50% grey rather than white, so grey will let through grey will let through less of the sharpening. I think that will do for this image. We haven't sharpened any of the background or the water, just the building itself and the grass in the foreground. I hope you found this useful using the high pass filter, and until next time, bye bye.